Hey guys, and welcome back to my first tutorial. I was toying with the idea for a long time on making a tutorial on how I do my screenshots, and this will just be like the in-game version of it, because sometimes I show them and sometimes I don't, but I felt like it would probably be really nice to show. That's new. This is a household that I've been playing on and off, but it's been a couple months since I've joined them, and we have Miko Oho, which is a sim who's been generated in the game, but she looks completely different. And then we have the sim that I created, Lottie Landis. So I thought that maybe it would be a good time to kind of show you on how I do my screenshots, the in-game screenshots. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see here, I've paused on both of them, and Miko's looking so like upset, and of course Lottie is busy reading her book, so it's like she's not giving her enough attention. Are these guys? Oh, these two are lovers. Okay. So I think what the first thing you want to do is kind of picture what you want to portray in your thumbnail. Like, so if this particular episode was about them being lovers and then like the relationship is not doing too well, you can kind of see it in Miko's face. She's just like, I don't know. She just looks a little conflicted right now while Lottie is a bit busy. Because I don't use any pose packs or anything in the game. I use what the game gives me because I don't want to have too many mods. I don't want my game to crash a lot. So we're going to use this right here. And I think like the first key is the background. You want to, sometimes in the game, when you're doing live recording, you can't really pick and choose what's in the background, especially if you have a lot of people or a lot of animals running around. So I think it's nice to do the best you can, but if you can't, it's okay. So I think that this is actually pretty good. This looks really nice. It looks a little interesting. There's a lot of movement going through this particular scene here. We've got Lottie looking at her book, and then as we, like, our first eye is drawn to her hands holding the book, and then as we go up, we could see that Miko is not impressed. So I think what could make this a little better is a little more lighting. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the scene paused so that we can maintain this pose, and we're going to just put in a little bit of lighting. And it doesn't have to be beautiful, it doesn't have to be like amazing lighting. It's going to be not visible anyway, so we just want it to be in a situation where we can use the lighting to our advantage. Let's see. This light is in the way already, so let's move that maybe over there to give that a little bit of light back there. And then let's go ahead and turn this around and move this right there. That already really brings a lot to this space. Let's go ahead and get back into live mode and see. Now you can see that it's much brighter. There's a lot more life added to this because of all of the lighting. So now the next thing we're going to do is, because they're already in really good pose, we're going to press the tab button, and we're going to just kind of move around a little bit and see, you know, what kind of depth we can get here. So I like this one. This one's pretty good. And then you can press C to take a picture of it. But you can also kind of move around and get different perspectives and stuff like that. And you can't really see their expressions very well from that angle. So I think that this is probably going to be a really good one. Maybe we could also do this one. Or maybe the bookshelf is a bit in the way. What about from this angle? Nope. It looks like Miko's got like a really good expression on her face, so it's a little bit of a shame that we can't capture it so well. But maybe like this, we can zoom in a little bit like this and take a screenshot of that as well. You always want to keep in mind where your captions are going to go. Like, I usually keep mine at the bottom, so when I'm trying to take a picture and stuff like that, I try and keep everything to the top portion so that it's a little easier to put in an imagery and stuff like that. Like, I usually have the logo up in the thumbnail and then the title, so you want to keep in mind exactly where you're going to put those elements because you want them to not conflict with anything else. Okay, So now we've got the lady stone here. We got a bit more room to work with. Let's continue on the narrative of them not getting along. Let's do scare. Make sure you have your hand on the pause button just in case, because we're gonna see. Now this is a really good one too. So if we zoom in a little bit and then we press tab to kind of like look and see what they're doing, and she doesn't really look like... No, I can't do that. It's okay. It's alright. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We can see that she's really angry. So this might also be a pretty good one, but there's not a lot really going on in the background. So if we wanted to take a screenshot of this, I think it'd be good to add something in the background. Maybe some art. And because she's angry, we want to go for something that has like an angry color to it, right? So let's see if we can put some red up. Because if you look at color theory, red is... Oh, but you don't want something too distracting either. But red is a very passionate color. So let's try it with this. Red is a passionate color, so it's like with love, but it also can be with like anger as well. And then we also want some more lighting in there too. Let's kind of brighten up the scene a little bit. And you can also play a lot with the lighting. Like you could change, I'll show you. You can change the lighting color. So let's turn that around. Let's move that there. That looks very bright actually. So let's go ahead and see if we can tone it down just a little bit. And now we can't see the lighting. Oh, there it is. So let's do color and intensity. So this light, let's make it a little dimmer. That's too dim. That's good. And so you can also change the color if it really suits your narrative. But I think for this, because the picture in the background is going to be really strong, we kind of want to... Where am I going? We kind of want it to not be so strong in color. So I think that this would probably be really good. And you want to make sure that you get those, not the plumb bob, but you want to make sure that you get the little symbols, at least one or two. So this isn't as strong as the first one, but this one might be a good one. Let's go ahead. Make sure that you're out of tab when you start the game up again. Otherwise you won't be able to pause it again if there's a good one coming up. Let's try and do like a live capture type thing. So let's argue. And then for this one, let's make sure that we're here a little closer. And then let's press 1 to keep it going. But make sure you have your finger on the C button so you could do like a rapid capture. One of them will end up being like your gold mine right there. They look so cute together. I hate that they're arguing. Okay, so let's start pressing C a bunch of times. You might have to move the camera. That is already amazing. Like, I don't know if you guys heard, but I took 6 million, look at all of these, 6 million screenshots. And one of them is going to be your gold. And then, honestly, from there, the next thing you got to do is just put it into your editing program. Okay, so now in my editing program, you can see I took a ton of screenshots, right? Like, you guys were there for that. So what we're going to do is we are going to open up these screenshots, at least 1 or 2 of them. We're going to take a look and see which one we can convey a better message with, right? So these are the very first ones that we took. They're looking pretty good, but I think I like the ones from the fight a little more. So as you can see here, we've got them fighting, and it's like going through. Because I took them so quickly, it looks like it's an animation reel, right? Like the screenshots could be put into an animating program and could be used to, you know. But this one was really good. So I like this one. Let's keep going. That one's really good too, but her head is kind of cut off in that one, so we'll keep that one in mind. Oh, this one's really good. I think this one is the one that we're going to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to open that in our program. And what I'm going to do here is just adjust it a little bit. And I'm not going to do anything else to it because I like that. It looks very intense. So we're going to drop it into my pre-made template. So then I think that this is pretty good as is. Then what we're going to do is make a text box and we're just going to type in the title. I think since Bebas New is 100% free, I already have this installed. So I think I'm going to stick with that one. And we're going to leave that as that. And I'm just going to add a little bit of color to it so that it stands out. What am I looking for? I'm looking for stroke. So this will really make it stand out just a little bit more. It's not 100% amazing, but I think that it looks good. It's like eye-catching, and if we zoom out a little bit, like, this is actually pretty good. I think that I'm happy with this. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I really love doing, like in my own personal life, I love photography, so it kind of bleeds into me playing The Sims as well. So I hope that this was helpful. This is my first tutorial, so it's probably done really badly, and I'm sorry guys, I'll try and get better. But if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave them down below. I'd love to chat with you guys about this. But if you like this video, then go ahead and give it a like. If you want to continue watching, I have the 100 Baby Challenge starting up very soon. The next Sim video will definitely be the 100 Baby Challenge beginning. Go ahead and subscribe so that you get notifications when that comes out. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye!